so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good? Welcome to another Live Wire Sports Media Update. All right, so tomorrow is the day for free agents to be cored, and the top free agent for Indiana Fever is Kelsey Mitchell. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell most likely will be cored. They will try to get her the core minimum. Now, there have also been speculations of that, hey, Kelsey Mitchell might have won out. She might want out of Indiana, but who knows? Who knows what Kelsey Mitchell wants? But Kelly and Amber has stated, even Stephanie White has stated that she is their top priority. She is. She's their top priority. They want her. They want to make sure she's there with them. And I don't see anything that warrants that Kelsey wants to go elsewhere. Now, if she decided to want to go elsewhere, she don't have to sign the core tender. She could ask for a trade. She could ask for a trade to a destination of her choice. This is something that people really has to start figuring out when they talk about core players and stuff like that. These players who get core can ask for a trade. They could ask for a trade to somewhere else. Now, the Fever can't core her twice. They could core her next year. They could core her this year. But I don't think the Fever will want to core her. They want to get a long deal done in place. You know, and if they core her for this year, while her signing a 1-year deal, then they will try to core her again. Then they'll try to work out a long-term deal because this new CBA will bring much more money to the table and teams will be able to do certain things. But nevertheless, like I has been reported many, many times that the Indiana Fever does have over 600,000 for the 2025 season. So it makes it very possible for the Indiana Fevers to give her that money. And they still will have money left over to sign a max deal, quote unquote, Santos Sabali. So with that being said, the Indiana Fever, there has not been anything from Kelsey Mitchell's side. There has anything to do with the front office or the Indiana Fever. Nobody has been talking, but I'm sure there has been some plans behind the scenes, working and everything. Now, does that bring a cost for a loan? No, not really. Because the fact of the matter is that some things just need to be under wraps and making sure that, hey, we don't have to tip our hand and allow other teams to figure out what we're doing and stuff like that. So I do believe Kelsey Mitchell will sign. I do believe she's going to be a part of this because you got to think about it. Making her the top priority is something that they need to do. Now, again, because she's top priority, that does not mean that they can't find a trade partner for her. They could find a trade asset for her, a team that's looking for an upgrade of a shooting guard. But why? My thing is, why would Indiana do that, knowing that the success her and Caitlin Clark had the later half of the first season going into the second season, and they was on a record-breaking scoring one of the best backcourts in the league, one of the best scoring tandems in the W for last year. That doesn't make sense at all. So that's why I say I feel like Kelsey will stay, but a lot of people hoping that she don't. They really want to see Kelsey leave Caitlin stuck, where Caitlin doesn't have any success or winning anything. And that's how people think. That's how people sit around and conjure up all this stuff because they want the Indiana Fever to fail. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at Kelsey Mitchell's statistical stats for this season, she was averaging 19 points a game, just right under Caitlin Clark. They was both averaging 19 points. At some point in time, there was games that Kelsey Mitchell was the leading scorer. There was times throughout the season that Kelsey Mitchell led the team in scoring. You know what I'm saying? Now, she was 46% for the field. She was averaging almost 2.7 3-pointers per game. Her shooting from the field is 40%, and plus her free throws, she was excellent from the free throw line. She was 83%, and she was only averaging 1.8 assists a game. She was only averaging 1.6 turnovers a game, so that's not bad. And she was only averaging a little bit under 3.3 rebounds a game. But nevertheless, that production that she has is very vital because it does take a lot of pressure off of Caitlin. It takes a lot of pressure off of her, and it makes sure that she don't get jammed. And as you understand this, that they want to add more weapons around this team. They want to. I think the Indiana Fever is going to be major players in this free agency market. They're going to pick players that they want. They already said it numerous times what they want for this team. And I don't think that Kelly or Amber is going to shy away from that. They know what they want. They've been around the league for a long, long time. Kelly has been with this organization for back in the day. She knows what it takes. She's coming back for her second turnaround. She knows what she's looking for. Same thing with Amber Carps. They know what they're looking for. So making Kelsey Mitchell as a top priority is significant for everything. Now, Chloe McPherson for the Indy Star, she put it out today that Kelsey Mitchell is top priority. The Fever All-Star will be cored by Indiana this weekend, but will she still want to stay with the franchise? And she says she's breaking down the options. So let's look at the options she's breaking down. Let's see what she's talking about real quick. So I want to bring this to light for everybody so everybody can see this real quick. So, and I'll say it's Chloe Peterson, not McPherson. So she wrote in the article say, it's nearly decision time. Less than 24 hours for Kelsey Mitchell. The Indiana Fever guard just finished a 3-year extension on her rookie contract, making her an unrestricted free agent for the first time in her career. Mitchell is going into free agency at the right time. She's coming off one of the best 2 years of her career. Also, being named All-Star, she was an All-Star for 2 seasons, 24 and 23. In 2024, she helped lead the Indiana Fever to a playoff for the first time in her career, finishing the regular season just 3 total points behind Caitlin Clark. So, like I said, Caitlin Clark was averaging, I think, 19.5, and Mitchell was averaging 19.2. So they led the team in scoring. Pretty much them both carried the team in the second half of the season. So, and also, she's a former Ohio State star. The Fever goes from a laughing stock in the league to what was when she was drafted in 2018 to a team that was on the rise, and WNBA walking billboard in 2024. Now, the new front office and new coach, the Indiana Fever could soon become one of the league's most formidable team. So, with these past 2 years in progress, make her want to stay with the organization. Well, like I said, the Indiana Fever hope so, because, and Kelsey did, when Caitlin had won Rookie of the Year, and they did all of the videos behind it, and she was graduating, congratulating her, and the first thing Kelsey Mitchell said, hey, she's always going to be in her backcourt. So that gave us a sign right there that Kelsey Mitchell is planning on staying. Now, early in the season, it sounded like that because Kelsey Mitchell say, "Hey, it's our first time free agent. She looking to, test free agency and whatever the case may be." Is because that was early on in the season and things wasn't going well, you know. And then second half of the season, things started to go well. Their main focus was going into the playoffs, getting into the playoffs. But now their purpose is not just the playoffs; it's to win championships. You already got a taste of the playoffs. You got to win playoff games, and you got to get to the next level. So my thinking is this: why wouldn't Kelsey want to be a part of that? Now, if she wants to go somewhere where she can win a ring easy, and she ain't got to put in the hard work, then that's fine. She feel like hey, I don't put in my time with Indiana. We done got to the playoff. Now I want to go somewhere else. But if she said, hey, I like what Indiana's proven, they done brought this people in, they ensure me that they're gonna take care of me, then hey, I want to stay with CC. I want to see us do this together. And then with the gang that they got, hey, then it's all for it. But we just, like I said, people want Kelsey Mitchell to leave. Name it Cheryl Swoops. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I think Kelsey Mitchell fits Caitlin Clark a lot. And then if she goes somewhere, she might not get the shots that she could be getting from Caitlin. Caitlin is the denominator of everything. You might get to, if you look at it, you look at some of these teams that she might be on a team where you got two other dominant scorers, and guess what's going to happen? She might not get her touches. Then she's probably riding the bench a little bit more. Then she's going to get frustrated and like, oh man, I wish I'd stayed. Sometimes the pastor is now always green. I understand you want to make more money, and that's not a knock on her. Everybody should want to make more money. And I believe that Kelsey Mitchell is going to get paid. The Indiana Fever is going to pay her. I believe that wholeheartedly. Now, Amber Carr did state and said Kelsey Mitchell is our top priority heading into free agency. She said this back in November. She's in my mind. Is a cornerstone of this franchise. She's been here for 7 seasons, and she has, endured a lot, hasn't won a lot. So I really want her to enjoy what's to come. She deserves that. And that's really, really important right then and there. Because if you know a player that's been through it all with this franchise, and it wasn't easy for Kelsey Mitchell to take a backseat to Caitlin Clark, knowing that Caitlin Clark was the number 1 pick a year after Leah Boston, and then say, hey, you know what? This team is going to be Caitlin's. The team is Caitlin's now. Stephanie White already illustrate that. This team is going to be Caitlin's. Caitlin's going to have to lead this team. But guess what? Caitlin's going to have that supporting cast with Aaliyah to help guide her. Kelsey Mitchell to help guide her. You know what I'm saying? Lexi Hall, Damaris Dantas, so, and whatever other pieces they put around her. So I do believe that Kelsey Mitchell will stay because the chemistry between her and Clark is great. It's really great. And it's going to suck because you're not going to have Erica Wheeler on the team unless they make us some kind of coaching project or whatever part of the team. I mean, that would be good for her. But at the same time, it's all about winning. And it's all about winning championships. And if you're trying to win championships, you got to think, hey, this team is going somewhere. Especially if they end up trading for and landing Satu Sabali. I will touch on her again later this afternoon in another video. So you got to think, hey, this is going to be, because you got, for instance, what if the Indiana Fever can't? What if, say, Kelsey Mitchell say, I want to go somewhere else? They will have to find a trade partner for her because she do have value. She only been injured once, and she was injured, coming into the season, but she worked her way back. So then it didn't slow up a little bit, just not enough. Then you got to think about it. She might want to go somewhere. She said, well, I want to go here. Then you give her the option, but then you have to make a trade with that team to get something back for her. You know what I'm saying? And then that team is going to only have her on a 1-year deal because of the new CBA that's coming in next season. And then that team is going to be on the hook because guess what? If Kelsey Mitchell doesn't want to stay and you call her again and she don't like what's going on there, she can ask for a trade again. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the things that people have to understand dealing with this core situation. But anyway, the article continues to go on and say the Fever can core Mitchell, giving them the exclusive negotiation rights in exchange for a 1-year supermax contract. Indiana is the only team that can offer Mitchell the supermax this season, which is around $249,000 in one for a 1-year deal. Mitchell can also be cored in 2026, also potentially giving Indiana 2 more years before she hits true free agency. That's along with promising prospects of handling the backcourt with Clark, gives the Fever hopes they can come to a deal with Mitchell terms that can extend qualified offers to core can't even pronounce the word, eligible between January 11th and January the 12th. So, with that being said, as I have stated in a lot of my videos, and you're more than welcome to go back and check, I have talked about the core. I have talked about what the core designation does. These players do have the upper hand for that, and I will get more into that aspect of it because it's about, I want to, when I do Sato's video, the video on Sato, then I want to dive more into that aspect and, lay out some groundwork. But I do believe Kelsey Mitchell is going to stay. I believe she's want to be there. I think that, the article say, Indiana has the most. They can offer her the supermax deal. Nobody else can offer her that. So therefore, as she decides, I want to go trade it, she's going to get less money. And she was like, well, you're almost getting $300,000. Stay, to play with Indiana. Then put the new CBA kick in, you could get more. You could get paid more. So, or you could sign a long-term deal next year if the Fever core you. Now, if the Fever comes to a agreement with her, you know what I'm saying? Because I do believe, I'm not mistaken, in 2026, a Leo Boston rookie contract comes up too. So I think they have to sign her. Then 27 will be Caitlin Clark's. So they want to lock a long-term deal down with Mitchell now, so they don't even have to worry about it the next 2 years because they know that Boston and Mitchell is coming up. And you still got Lexi Hall too. That's going to be coming up as well. So I think Lexi Hall comes up next year along with Boston. So there's a lot that the Fever, excuse me, there's a lot that the Indiana Fever have to figure out, but I'm sure they're going to figure it out. But the main thing is to lock Kelsey Mitchell down. Once they could get Kelsey Mitchell locked in, then it's going to make it easier for them to finish out their plan or what they want to do. So that's my take on it. Like I said, I think Kelsey Mitchell is going to stay. I think she's going to be a part of this, just what this franchise is going to be, because if you think about it, the Indiana Fever is in a prime position. When you look at teams like the Vegas Aces, that's not they losing people. The Connecticut Sun already in trouble because they might lose a lot of their people. It's not certain that unrestricted free agent DJ Carrington will stay there. You got Marina Mary under contract. You got, I think, Tiffany Hayes under contract. So it's a lot there. And then you look at the New York Liberty. They have to sign people back. They got to make a run because you got contracts coming up with Jacqueline Jones and Sabrina Nescu. And, Breonna Stewart is going to be on another 1-year deal. So these franchises is going to be in trouble where the Indiana Fever is coming up at the right time to spearhead and take the mantle away and start winning some championships. So let me know your thoughts on everything about Kelsey Mitchell and her core situation. Do you feel like she will ask for a trade, or do you feel like she will sign that core? And, because the Indiana Fever they're the only one could give her that kind of money. So that's why I feel, that's why I think. I think she assigned because, hey, I kept telling y'all that core situation, it might look good, but at the same time, at the end of the day, if you looking for a max, super max contract, because guess what? The Indiana Fever could pay, say they could pay Satu a super max deal. I don't think they will be, the Liberty could pay Satu a super max deal on a 1-year contract. So that's going to be very interesting to look at too. I'm going to do a little bit research on that to make sure. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. 2025, we doing bigger and better things. I just hit over 1 million views. Thank y'all for plugging in, liking, looking at the channel, looking at the videos, giving your feedbacks and everything. You know, if y'all make a comment, I'm always going to come back and comment and interact with y'all. So appreciate you so much. But until the next episode, Live Wire Sports, and I'm out. Peace.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.